Good morning. It is a wonderful morning. This is actually my second morning, but yesterday I was just not feeling quite right. I was pretty exhausted and slept for about 3 hours once I found this campsite. I did not camp here the first night, but that is my campsite and it is wonderful. Besides the razors, side-by-sides, whatever you call them, driving all around, I pretty much have this area to myself. I noticed that when you look at the freecampsites.net or Campendium, those will get you in the general vicinity of a lot of dispersed camping, at least when you're going to national forests. So closer to the road, the main road, you'll see a lot of trucks and fifth wheels. But if you just work your way back, depending on your vehicle type, of course, but if you just work your way back, you are more likely to get a lot more private location just to yourself, which is what this is. There's a ton of fifth wheels. I think it's actually hunting season right now because I've seen a ton of guys in camo gear. I have seen a ton of razors. I also saw some guys with bow and arrows. So I don't know if maybe it's just like an archery hunting season or something, because I haven't heard any gunshots. But yeah, so there's a ton of campers out. Not as many as in the summer when I would come out in the summer. But in this area that I drove up to, this spot, the road was pretty divoted, if that's the right word. There were ways to get around them, but the bigger vehicles, trailers, vans, they would have had too difficult of a time. They were too long, or there were trees right by them. So I have this area pretty much to myself. I have heard a ton of elk. Starting at about 7:15 last night, I'll have to try to record it tonight, but 7:15 I started hearing them, and I thought, maybe those are just the hunters making calls. But in the areas that they were, there was like a couple over here and then over here, and they went until, it wasn't constant, but they went until, because I have to go to the bathroom all the time at night, and I actually went outside of my car. I am becoming a big girl, but it was like 12 was the last time that I heard them. Do they make calls like that late into the night? Are they mating or something that late, or trying to find some ladies, some companionship that late? I guess lots of people do that. late night rendezvous. So I'm going on a little walk right now because they're gone now, but through the trees here, I tend to see elk. At least I think I see them. It was right after I got up and I wasn't quite ready, camera ready at least, because I kind of wanted to be camera ready at least. So I've missed them, but I just wanted to come to this field and see how they are. So this camera, I will say, this camera is my backup camera. I mostly vlog, film with my GoPros because they're just so much easier. They're tiny. They've got the wide angle on them so you can see a lot more, which I really like. But my Hero 7, the external mic feature was not working at all. I ran it through the updates, even bought a new GoPro $50 3.5 mic adapter. That didn't fix it, so I sent it in to GoPro to have it fixed, and I'm using my Hero 5 right now, which does not have the image stabilization, so that might be a little bit rough. I need to keep that in mind. But at least we have something to work with. So I did bring my gimbal, but man, having the hyper smooth stabilization already built in, oh man, it's like a total game changer. I don't love the picture of the GoPros. It kind of looks like, to me, it looks like the Google Earth footage where it's a little bit like computerized. I don't know if any of you have ever noticed that on other videos, but I notice it in mine and on other people's videos. Like, I can just tell it's GoPro footage. So when the Hero 9 comes out, yeah, that one has a bigger sensor. I don't know if that will help it. I don't understand anything about cameras except for how to turn them on and plug a mic in. But it's got even more stabilization than the Hero 7. So when that comes out, I am getting it. And I asked the customer service reps that I was working for on my Hero 7 when it was going to be available for purchase. And one of them was like, I don't really, a 9 is going to come out? I'm like, come on. You know what's going on. Don't play stupid with me. So then I talked to another one because I ended up, she couldn't help me. It was out of, I'd bought it 2 years ago. So it was no longer covered under the manufacturer's warranty. So I bought the GoPro Plus package, which is actually a pretty good deal. I think I might keep it. It's like $50 a year. I think it'll be useful. And then you can send your cameras in to be repaired or replaced, but each one has a fee depending on which model. Like the 7, that cost $69 to send in, but he waived it. He actually waived it. So that was like so awesome. Even though I want the 9, it'll be nice to have multiple action cameras, especially with the hyper smooth stabilization. So anyway, here we are. I also have the new Deity microphone that's a dual microphone. So I'm testing that out to see how it works. Hopefully it's recording, because on the Hero 5, the quick capture does not work with the external mic. So you have to turn the camera on and then you can hit record. Whereas if the camera's off and you just hit record, you're not going to capture any audio. And I have lost a whole trip because of that. So anyway, I'm going to stop this video after I am done blabbing and check that I have captured all that audio. I will be sick. But anyway, this is the field here where I see the elk. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to come back over here. I've seen him like yesterday. I saw him this morning. I think that this is an open range area because I've seen what looks to be some old cow pies, but I think maybe, I don't know if there's like a season for that, or maybe because of the fires, they're not here right now, or maybe they're in a different field. Actually, okay, let me stop this and make sure I'm still recording. Audio check is good. I am capturing the audio. I am quite hungry. Yeah, see, there's elk poop right there. The elk poop is just bigger pellets, like than deer poop is. So anyway, yeah, like I said, yesterday I was not feeling on my game, and so I didn't do much recording. I did bring some small appliances though to test with my Energy Apex. So far, my Vitamix single person blender works awesome. It's, I think, about 800 watts and it worked beautifully. I think it took maybe 1% of my battery power. So the reason I brought these small appliances out here is for when I go traveling for longer durations. I thought that having that Vitamix would be good because I can make smoothies. I can even make ice cream, like a banana ice cream. You just freeze some bananas, and if you want to add some sugar, you can. But it's creamy, smooth, and delicious. And then the second small appliance I bought was my Dash egg cooker, which I love. I love that thing. It is the larger version, so I think I'm going to go with the smaller version. I don't think it decreases the wattage any, but I'm going to test that out. Cook some eggs in it, hard boil some eggs in it, and see what that does to my battery. There's plenty of sun today. Yesterday it was pretty hazy, quite a gloomy day. Very fitting for September 11th, you know, and all the fires that are occurring. I think it was also some of the smoke from all the fires that are going on. And hopefully if anybody's watching this who's affected by those, you're able to get out safely, and hopefully no major damages occurring to your property. Ooh, that looks pretty fresh. What is that? Yeah, so my thoughts are with all of you. Squirrel moment. But yeah, I wanted to test these small appliances to see how they work with my Energy Apex and my 100-watt solar panel. I do have a foldable solar panel as well that's 120 watts that I can connect together for more power if I need. I think eventually I will want to put another 100-watt panel on my roof, just because I imagine my energy consumption will increase as I'm in my car for long durations. But I tell you what, having solar, having that battery is a total game changer, and also a fridge. It is such a game changer. It's amazing. And when I initially had my fridge on camping trips, and I was just kind of running it off my car battery or the Energy Apex without solar, I was also always kind of worried about how much battery energy I was taking up. And so now I just don't even really have to think about it. I have a new fridge. I should show what my I'm gonna sit over here. I should show what my little bit of my new setup. I'll do that, but maybe I'll do that. I'm not gonna sit down. This video is gonna be too long. I don't know what this video is gonna be. Just gonna be like a random test camping trip, because I have been prepping my car ever since I decided to stop working full time. I have been prepping my car for months. Adding solar to it, adding the table to it, figuring out a better fridge, because the fridge I bought initially, well, actually it was the third one I bought, because you just don't know the sizes of these fridges. They're just huge when you get them into a car. So that one's okay. The only thing I like better than what the fridge I have does is it has an audible beep when it unplugs and plugs in. This one does not, and for whatever reason, it always comes, like the power connection always kind of loses. Anytime the cord gets bumped or something, it just turns off. So I'm always having to check it now, because until I figured out it was doing that, I had no idea. But this fridge, it's like way better than that other one. It's the Iceco Go 12. It's tiny. I went with a tiny fridge just so that it could fit in my car. I actually have the same amount of storage as I had when I lived in my car in the winter with no refrigeration. I just reconfigured some of the storage, and I'll show you kind of what that looks like. But this Iceco Go 12 it's a great quality fridge. It's got a Bluetooth connection, so I can see what the temperature is on my phone, and it also tells me the range of what my battery consumption is, which is very helpful. You don't have any freezer burn. I noticed in that other fridge, and I've seen other people's fridges, they have some ice buildup around the walls and the bottom of their fridge. This one, nothing. Like my other fridge, if I would put a salad in there or whatever was on the bottom of the fridge or around the sides, it would just be frozen. This one, I don't have any of those cold spots. It's got a great consistency, no freezer burn. It is wonderful. I love it. I highly recommend it. It's got the Danfoss compressor, so it's a quality compressor. Like I said, just that only thing is the plugging in and unplugging. So I would have to deduct 1 star for that alone out of 5 stars. Otherwise, it's great. when I get a bigger car, or maybe when I'm like, okay, I just need something bigger because this is pretty small, I'm going to get the Ice Coco 20 because it has the dual fridge freezer, or you can just take out the middle area and have it all fridge, which is great because like yesterday I made a smoothie, and normally when I make smoothies I freeze my grapes so they're like little ice cubes, and even my bananas. It's not going to be very easy to freeze bananas in here because you cut them up and then you put them in the freezer. At home, like, you don't freeze a whole banana and then you can just dump it in the blender. But so with that Ice Coco 20, I call it the Go 20. I don't know if it's Geo 20, Go 20, whatever. It's got that freezer area that I can, you know, I can use for that stuff. So that's really cool. So far, I am loving my setup. It would be nice to have a bigger car so that I don't have to put up my bed, take it down. I have reconfigured it a bit, so I don't think I really need to do that. I no longer have the headrest hook on it, but let's just take a look. Let me stop blabbing. Let's take a look at what I've got going on right now, okay? All right. It's kind of dark in here. I have those covers on still because that faces the road. But anyway, if you can kind of see, there's no hooks here anymore. And this is just that one big long piece. And then I have, well, I also got rid of that that one mesh kind of bag because if it fell, it would spill out everywhere. So I want the zipper thing. But anyway, still does have the legs on there. I gave my sister one of my big white drawers and then one of my little white drawers, stupidly, because I'm like, I'm not ever gonna need that again because I'm not gonna do that kind of camping, and but that was a stupid thing that I did because this is just so helpful for the clothes. So I still have, you know, all the clothes here. These are at Bed Bath. They're the same size. I noticed that as far as the outside, I noticed that the interior is a little bit bigger on the Iris brand, but they're not really selling these anymore. So I still have this one bottom one, but this is my fridge. I made this really attractive cover for it. This bread is amazing. Amazing, by the way. Dave's Killer Bread and the story behind this, so awesome. Okay. So there's the fridge. This is this cover, it's just reflective, obviously, and then I plasti dipped it. Plasti dip does not like things being taken on and off of it. So here we've got kind of in there. And I got rid of that. Well, I still have it, but I'm not using my bigger fridge because it was just too wide here and it was too tall. So you have to account for all these curves in a car and then along the back even, and you can't open your lid. So I think even with the Ice Coco 20, it gives me about 3 more inches, but I'll still be able to open it a little bit. Like I can open that a fair amount with that, but this is so this will hold 18 cans of soda upright. They'll stand upright. Some of them will have to lay flat, but just to give you an idea, I think this is 9 inches deep. Yeah. But there's that. Okay, love this thing. Love it, love it. Oh, and I have it attached a couple ways. So I have this strap going underneath the lid here and in the front, and it also keeps this drawer closed. And then I also have a strap right here that goes under my platform, and then here on the other side, if that's showing. And on the Ice Coco 20, it does not have that feature. It just has a built-in handle. So this is kind of nice to have because I do forget to strap this down before I drive. And this has saved it from coming off. Okay, the back here. Similar setup. I did actually, whoops, let's show what we're looking at here. Okay, the back. This is mostly a similar setup to what I had. I did condense my car emergency kit. It's, you know, it's just non-negotiable that I won't have a car emergency kit. But these, I needed a bowl. I just picked these up at Walmart. Ozark Trail 6-piece. Amazing. Because I wanted a collapsible bowl, but I needed a bowl. This was like $5 for this whole 6-piece set. 3 bowls, 3 lids. Anyway, this is my car emergency kit. There's a lot going on back here. This is for my shovel. But yeah, we won't get too much in. And one day I need to do like a breakdown of my car emergency kit. This is all my solar cables in here. This is my air compressor. Because I learned how important it is and useful it is to air down your tires when you are on dirt roads. Then we have this same drawer here. This was all my uniform stuff and laundry and stuff back when I was living in my car, but now it's lights, fuel, fire starting stuff. Just like all the way back there. It goes all the way back there. So that's that. And then this is my table that I showed in my last video. Well, I don't know when I'm going to post this, but my health update video. That's this table. It can come all the way out, but it's just on the tracks there. Love having this, man. This is so useful. So useful. Okay, this is my shower because that thing, no. For a female with massive, thick, long hair, no. That's a no. What that is good for is a water container and everything other than washing hair. I mean, you can shower off your body with it, but no. Don't love that. So it's because of the pressure on the nozzle. Sucks. So this thing is my addition to it. I stick this in there and it works amazing, and it has this small attachment on the head. It's got 2 different ones, and this has enough pressure to get the soap out and not waste all of my water, and it also has that. So eventually I'll do a review. I just like to, I've learned, use my stuff and then do a review so I can speak about it much better. And then this here, this is what is different. Whoops, let me film correctly. Okay, so this is what is different up here. This is, oh, this is an iris drawer. Yeah, I just bought this. The other one in there is not an iris. I got this at Bed Bath & Beyond, but they have these ones now with different sizes. So I have the big one here. It is 15 inches high by 19 inches long by 11. Yeah, so I just drilled some holes in here because this drawer slides out. I usually have my chairs right on back here so it will stop them, but yeah, this is great. So this is what I'm going to do a review on. This will be a separate video. I'm really excited about these. I hope they're still good because they've been in my car ever since I bought them, I think in June, in the Arizona heat. So hopefully they're still good. But this is just my cookware stuff. Pots, my spatulas and things. This is my Kelly kettle. I think I'm going to move this to put my small appliances in here, like my Vitamix and stuff. And then this is a change from my Coleman stove, and I love it. You know, I just needed stuff that was a little bit more compact. My Coleman stove, those work well, but this thing is more compact. And doesn't take up as much space. And the reason it is more compact is because it's just, they've shortened the bottle area. So the bottle sticks out. And what's nice about this one is it's a dual burner. So I don't plan on it, but if I needed to use it for some heat, because someone smarter than me told me that, yeah, these don't work in below freezing temperature. So that's why I couldn't really get much heat from this when I was living in my car, when I had tried so many other things. So if I needed to, then I've got the propane there. So loving this. Okay, my basket. That's just one of my monopod case. But anyway, here's my, oh shoot, okay. These lights, love these lights. These are for night. Got them at Home Depot. They are magnetized right there and right there. Am I showing things? And then this is even like a little hook something. I can't get it right now. But yeah, it just stays there. And then here is my panel. I'll have to get a better shot of my panel, but I found these great. These are like off-roaders would know what these are, because these, you'll see these on Jeeps and stuff with lights. But I discovered these when I was just looking for, I didn't even know what to look for. Something better than what I initially was going to use. Those electrical rubber coated straps that you can get at Home Depot. And then I found these. These are awesome. Awesome, awesome. So here's the bracket. Here is the bracket. Geez, what am my camera work is probably really terrible. I'm sorry. But anyway, here's the bracket. These are the, if I wasn't filming those, the off-roading things you can put lights on, but this is how I have it attached. I can take it off. I'm not going to show how I can take it off, but I can take it off easily. I will be securing it with extra security bolts so that it's not as easy to take off. But we're not going to look at the front wind breaker thing there, because it's pretty gnarly with the bugs. But yeah, here it is. It's totally awesome. It is a Renogy. It's a Renogy 100 watt panel. I got it as a discount because it was a returned item. It was an open box item, and that's what I was just going for. I needed to save some money, and I got like $85 off of this flexible panel. So I've just reinforced it with some braces and then the piece of wood. But that's just a very basic look at my solar panel, and I'm gonna get set up now for the breakfast, and maybe I will end this video here just because it's already long enough, and the next video, or one of the future videos, will be these. And I will show a compilation video of my small appliances with my Energy Apex, and we'll go from there. Okay, thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.